I'm your host, Ivy, and you're sparking up with VANSNWEED. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that post notifications button, man. Today we got Ausee outside with us.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Hey, man, how you doing?
Pretty good, pretty good. Blessed, highly favored.
For sure. So we just seen you. Was it Berkeley High you was at? You was just at Berkeley High like a few minutes ago, going crazy. How's the school tour going?
Hey, they had just added me on because I was already working with. I was already doing the thing called Bay Area Creatives. So I was teaching kids like dancing from like elementary to middle school, like the whole season that they started. So I didn't have time to really get to it though. But once I got that break, they had me on.
Yeah,
and today was like the first time I went, and the kids was lit.
Yeah,
they
going
crazy.
Like, yeah.
Man, as soon as they seen me, I had invited one of my teammates from our team is called them. So I invited them, and then they seen us come out there and start going crazy. They're like, oh, the kids started jumping crazy. It was going crazy. They was loving everybody.
For sure. So on this show, we kind of like to start from the beginning. Get a sense of who you are outside of, the Ausee that everybody else knows or sees from social media. So we know you're from Richmond, but give us a little bit about your upbringing, your household. Did you grow up in a two-parent home? And just a little bit about yourself.
Okay, so I grew up in I'm from Richmond, California, Southside Richmond to be exact, but I grew up in the whole Richmond. Like everybody knew me since I was a kid. So my mom, she was a single mother, six of us, so I'm the baby. So it was like I was living like I could say the best of both worlds cause I was in the hood 1 minute, like for a cool long time period, to the point where I got along with all my peers that's in the hood all through Richmond, and then my mom took us out the hood, and then we ended up being in like the Hercules area. So I started going to Hercules High, and I was doing dancing there. It was cool. The kids didn't really understand what was going on.
Right.
So I had to, they was trying to pick on me a little bit, and then until I got older, everything started making more sense.
Right.
My house home was a dancing house home. Like we had music. My mom was like into all the Michael Jackson, James Brown. She old school. She from New Orleans, so she be always having all the little old school jams playing. So it always been that type of vibe. My sisters and them was always dancing in the house. I was the youngest, so I always wanted to make them smile and try to, figure out something. I used to beat on pots and pans in the kitchen. I used to do little stuff like that just to make my mom and them smile and stuff. So, and then it just when it came down to dancing, it just so happened I had more rhythm than everybody in my family. So they were like, oh, he really could dance.
Right.
It started going from there. I was doing like the regular Usher, Chris Brown stuff, like trying to be like them on TV, and then I started getting more rooted with my Bay Area side when I started like gravitating to Oakland, started going around like different parts of the Bay, San Francisco, Vallejo, Antioch, like just everywhere.
Right.
And then I started gaining friends all through Oakland, and then my name Ausee, so everybody started gravitating to me in Oakland because my dad took my name from a street sign in the East. So everybody heard my name and started really gravitating to me more.
Right.
So a lot of people really think I was from Oakland, but I'm from Richmond.
Come on now, I'm from Richmond too. Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, come on
So a lot of people, I just went with that as a marketing strategy. Just went with it, got the love from Oakland, and then I knew if I keep doing what I was doing and then get some traction within my city, we was gonna mess with it. So I just kept going, and I started showing love for everybody. Like I wasn't like focused on one side. I was going with one side of Richmond, doing videos and showing them love. The other side showing them love.
Right.
And I was just trying to make sure that they all be like, okay, he out here just trying to work. You know what I'm saying? So then I ended up getting the push from my city, and then that's how it went. And then I just kept going, just consistency is everything. So you just kind of keep working. You can't just stop doing what you're doing and kind of quit. Don't think that anything ain't gonna work. Something gonna work. If you keep doing the same thing over and over, just tweak it out. Get a little professional with it. Throw yourself as a brand, and then keep going. Consistency is everything. I was doing one video a day, and then I just started thinking I gotta do more. Then start doing 5, 6 videos a day, 10. 20 videos a day. I'd come with different outfits and then just go crazy, and then people would think it was a whole different day. I'm at home chilling, just posting.
Right.
They don't know what day it is.
Thanks,
I'm just posting. People think I'm outside probably dancing right now.
Yeah.
We probably got like 3 videos in the rain, and they be like, "Well, where you get that from?"
Right.
You know?
Right. He be outside for real, yeah.
And so I just kept with that for like a whole, like, I say like 3 years straight. Like 3 years straight. And out of one of the 3 years, I was like, should I, man? Because I used to do music too, so I was like, should I jump back in the music scene? I was like, nah, it's too many rappers. Nah, I'm finna keep this going.
Right.
And it just started sparking up interest. I got my inspiration from like my mom. I watched my mom go through a lot of shit in life, so I just kind of like wanted to do something different. My brothers had life on the block. Like, my other brother was in business, so I had to learn from this side and that side. I knew I didn't want to do that. I knew my mom was gonna be sick if something happened to me, so I tried to like do what I knew best.
Right.
So it's all for like my mom and shit. Like, I do it for my family, my sisters. I got a daughter, she like 4. I do it for her too. She blind, so I kind of build with that one and shit.
Right. We gonna get into that too, for sure. So, you know, being from Richmond, you know, it's a small city, and it's a lot of shit that go on. You feel me? A lot of shit that go on.
Trust me, I've been in it.
Come on, man. So
I've been in it.
How did you steer away from the streets? Was it the dancing, like you said, with your mom was just like, okay, you don't want to support your mom type thing, or what was it? Because a lot of young boys get influenced. You know, they end up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got influenced.
You did?
Yeah, I got influenced at, you know, like 15, 16 type shit.
Right.
But, and then I even got influenced with some, you know, a little bit of Oakland too. Like, after me, like, my mom started putting me towards, like, my goddad, and he had me in, like, the West and shit. But growing up in Richmond, it's like, whew, it's crazy because it's like, not everybody... Like, everybody know everybody, but everybody don't mess with each other. So it's like, it all stirs from, like, old school stuff that been happening that's before our time.
Right.
Like, over some arguments and shit that nobody can comply to. So one side don't mess with the other, you feel me? So you got to really, like, you can't take certain buses in Richmond if you're associated a little bit, or your family is associated. Because I have a couple associated families. So it was like, it was kind of weird being, like, trying to have cousins from this area, and then you want to go over there, but you can't. Right. You feel me? And a lot of us are cousins. Like, a lot of us is family. Some of us don't care, like, because we be into so much like shit. So it's like a lot of them don't care, but we really be cousins, go to the family reunions and shit, and all the cookouts, and then you'll see the nigga, you be like, what the fuck are you doing here?
No,
but
for real.
He our cousin, like, that's our cousin. Like, man, little do you know, I'm really tripping with this nigga in the streets, like. It's like that, like high school, middle school, niggas getting into fights and shit. You know, always going to little parties, little what's the little TV parties? We used to throw parties all in Pinot, like in the little, like all in Pinot, in the little like one way in, one way out shit. Like we used to do hella little wild shit. Like, you feel me? That's where a lot of this shit come from. We originated a lot of this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just being in our little bubble, like. It's a lot of shit that motherfuckers do right now and be on right now. The way they talk, the way they rap, they lingo, the way they dance, like, especially in the dancing shit, like,
the that shit stuff, let's talk about it. That shit came from us.
Come on now, like, we been doing
confirm that, cause
they came from us for sure.
Yeah, they came from us.
I ain't got no shade to niggas. Shout out to Chucky, that's my nigga. But
no, for sure.
But the real story is, we got a little nigga from North. You feel me? It's my bruh. His name Vion. But his nickname in the hood is Smeeze. So, Chunky is his cousin. He's seen it back in the day when niggas doing it, but niggas been doing that shit since forever. It really started how niggas were fucking with each other in the parties and shit. They'd see they ops in the party, they'll fuck around and then try to taunt them and do the Richmond stuff and play with them and shit before they either fight or shoot the party. Right. That's where it really came from. But niggas we just gradually doing it just because it came from us. Right. So we gradually doing this shit on some turn up shit, just, you feel me, in the hood, nigga. We got little kids doing it. We had everybody in the hood everywhere was doing this shit. We had Mexicans doing that shit. We are hella Mexicans in Richmond. Right.
Like, come on, man. It's a whole street.
It's a whole, man, come on.
Come on,
that's what I'm saying. So, it just, I'm going to say this. He caught on to it and tried to put his spin to it. That was probably the most smartest shit that a nigga could have did with it. Thanks. But it's shit that came from somebody that's from there. Now, we respect it because we kind of, you know, throw it out there, like throw credit if you're going to take it. Right.
You feel me? So we good, but it really came from us. So if y'all really seeing that shit, everybody doing the smears all over the world, like it came from Richmond, California.
It came from Richmond, California.
Richmond, California, like
exactly.
Oakland got his little break off with him and his influence, but we made that dance up. Ain't nobody make that dance up but Richmond natives. Like,
exactly.
Don't get people none of that.
Come on, man.
And that's why I actually make sure when anybody go to my page, I make sure that I publicize that I'm from Richmond, California, because everybody will act like I'm from Oakland. I have to really show that because people need to realize where
the city.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
People need to realize where it's coming from. Where is this stuff coming? Why am I dancing like this? Where my roots came from? They came from Richmond.
Yeah.
Like we got the most greatest energy ever. Like
Richmond is a hidden gem, bro.
Hidden gem.
I swear to God.
Like, and I'm tired of all the people going around making these false rumors about Richmond just cause y'all think that y'all a better city.
Right.
Stop making up stuff. Oh, y'all beat on y'all women. Oh, y'all dirty. Y'all this. Y'all that.
Who be saying we dirty?
Bro, motherfuckers be saying some wild ass shit.
What?
As soon as the motherfucker say, I swear to God, how many times I done went somewhere and the motherfucker, I tell them I'm from Richmond. This nigga from Richmond. The fuck that mean? Like,
right.
What you mean by that? Like,
niggas don't be
cool.
even in Richmond, bro. They just be talking.
They don't even know nothing about it. And
talking.
if you know Richmond, like, bro, if you go to Richmond right now, ain't shit happening. We chilling. Everybody is chilling, trying to get some money, trying to figure this shit out.
I'm telling you.
Like, you feel me? We ain't worried about nothing. And we never really been worried about nothing.
Alright, come on.
Like, we never have worried about nothing. We really fuck with y'all. Like, we come to y'all shit and really fuck with us. Y'all come to Richmond. Like, y'all treat us like we Chirac or something. Like, that's how I feel. Like, y'all be treating us like we a whole nother fucking world, which we kind of is, but you know how that shit go.
Yeah, for sure. You know how it is.
Shout out to my city though, Richmond, California.
The South Side to be exact. You hear me? I would fuck with the whole Richmond though.
I fuck with the whole Richmond, but everybody know where I'm from in there. Like, there ain't no politics involved. Like,
nothing,
you feel me? Everybody love me, you feel me? But I'm from 33rd in Ohio. You feel me? South Side Richmond.
Come on,
you feel
man.
me? So that's just how it is.
I'm from the Crescent. So
oh yeah, we right there. We right there. You know what I mean?
On everything, but let's talk you dancing on BART. So growing up, you get on BART, you always see people dancing, whatever. At first, I kind of like judged it, like, what is these niggas doing begging for the money? Ooh, that's how I thought about it when I was younger. But as I got older, I'm kind of like, well, they trying to make a living like the rest of everybody trying to make a living, and they trying to, with their art. So talk a little bit about how you started dancing on BART, meeting the people you got to meet, and the culture of it.
Okay, so I used to get on BART, and I used to go to work on BART. Like, I used to do security sometimes. I'll fuck around. I done got a job at 24 Hour Fitness in downtown. And I always used to see, I've always been connected with like all the like dancing, like everybody that turf and everything. Like, I was already in the culture because I was already doing this shit since I was like 15, 16. I just took a hiatus for it because, college came and shit like that. And I was like, what you gonna really do and shit.
Right.
So I tried to like go do that shit in college and see how it go. After I dropped out, I was at 24 Hour Fitness working, and I used to just get on BART, and then I used to see all my partners just on that motherfucker going crazy. They always just say, man, get on this motherfucker, like, what you doing? I got work.
Right.
Man, I'm going to work, I'm getting off work. All that shit. It was the time where, and I felt like this was God, it was the time where I started cutting my hours, shit started getting slow. I'm like, man, I ain't finna just sit out the house. One day I actually had work. I'm going to work. Niggas on BART. Niggas like, bro, you still ain't hop on? I'm like, yeah, no. He's like, bro. He was like, I think the person it was a dancer named Crow. He from the West. No, he from the East. I'm tripping. So his name Crow, and he got a dance team called Heat. So he was on there with another dancer named DJ. And another dancer named Ish. So he was all like, bruh, I'm finna let them niggas do their thing. Hop on, woo. I'm sitting there, I'm thinking, I'm like, man, fuck that job, nigga. I'm finna go out here and see what this shit do. Feel me? So I went out there the first time. We only danced for like an hour with me on. Like, they cut their cheese or whatever, and then we start going. We danced for like an hour. Man, I made more money than I was at that motherfucking job. So I'm sitting there like, man, fuck that shit. I'm finna do this shit and keep
Yeah.
it lit.
Yeah.
I went and bought me a speaker. I got connected with the rest of the dancers, you feel me? And then I started building from there. I started not only just dancing on bar and making money, I'm building something. Like, I'm building networking. People seeing my face more. Like, motherfuckers just started looking at me like, oh, that's that one nigga that always be on bar. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
You feel me? But it's working because y'all talking about me. So, I mean, it's cool.
Thanks.
I got the little niggas on bar, they dirty, they broke this, they on there, they paying, they asking for money. Yeah, niggas and shit, all that. But this be the same motherfuckers that's rocking with me right now.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. So, don't ever let nobody do that to you. You feel me? But I was making hella money on bar. Like, it was one point I was taking trips off bar. I was buying all my nice clothes off bar.
That's crazy.
Like, I was just doing my thing and still having bust a sweat. Like, you feel me? I'm going on there and making like I say on the cool at least like a good day. I'm walking out of there with like
500?
Five touching.
Just off dancing.
Off dancing.
On a bar. I ain't gonna lie. I used to be like, they ain't really making no money because it's like people just be looking all irritated and shit.
Nah, it be them trains when motherfuckers is dropping. And it was at the early time when motherfuckers was still haven't seen it yet, and then they get on it and they hear about it. They dropping 50s, 100s.
Yeah.
Shit, one train shit, motherfucker dropped like literally 500 with Fab on train. He dropped 2. Other cuz dropped 2. The homie dropped like 3. We all getting hundreds, and then everybody else dropping 20s, dubs, 10s.
Yeah.
You feel me? So now we just keep going. We ain't stopping, and we looking at them like, ooh.
Right.
We keep going. We're not even looking at them. We're like, fuck it. We keep them going for like 3-4 more hours, and then after that, we'll be touching like, man. If you're doing that shit all day, it's a chance you could touch a man.
Yeah.
It's a chance, and you're doing that every day.
Right.
And people going to work for $100 and something.
Yeah. Come on, man. That's a fact.
No.
It's a hustle for real.
Come on now. And then it's just out of mindset if you save your own money. Like, if you smart to save your own money through that. Yeah, my brother my brother Phil, he said most of that money from bar show, now he used that money to make his shoe business. Chicks and kicks. Follow that shit.
Come on, man.
Feel me? Like, come on now. Like, it's what you do with it is being smart with it. Shit. I put a lot of that money towards marketing myself and really getting myself out there.
Right.
Going for what I believe in. So shit, that's a lot of that money came from what y'all looking at me right now. Like, y'all see on Instagram and putting money towards these videos. Like, none of this shit ain't cheap.
Right. It's
like,
not.
I all them videos that I be seeing and shit going crazy, I pay for that.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes I be blessing y'all for y'all artists. I be blessing y'all, and y'all give me a little bit of money. I let y'all slide. Like, okay, bro, and I pay most of the time for the cameraman just to make sure your shit lit.
Right.
You feel me? But I'm doing it for the culture. Now the price is going up, so. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But other than that, like, bar show is a great starting point for anybody that want to learn that know how to turn, that want to connect with people, that want to network, that want to get their face out there. Because if you're sitting at home and you're just doing it from the phone, that's cool.
Right.
But you gotta let your people around you mess with you. So you gotta get yourself out there, especially if you're young. This is a good time to do it.
Yeah.
Maybe not this rain, but it's a good time to do it. Like, especially when summer hit. Everything going on, we got all the little festivals, all the little stuff, games and stuff. Especially when the games, like, y'all make stupid money when the Warriors, man. Like, come on now. Like, don't let nobody take you out of that. Bar show saved a lot of my life. Keep me off the streets. I was making money. I was doing more than I was doing in college. I was learning stuff. I was learning the business side of things. Like, it's just off of just trying. Like, put your best foot forward. Like, don't be afraid what nobody think. Type shit. Like, bar show ain't nothing. Y'all might think it's dirty. Ain't nothing. Get out there.
Man, if you making money, who give a fuck with the next
Nice motherfucker gotta say, cause shit.
Well, I know I don't.
Shit, cause when I'm stepping out somewhere else, they ain't thinking about bar no more.
Right.
I ain't thinking about that shit.
So how'd y'all split the pot when it came to dancing on bar? Like, whoever did the most work, like,
hell no, we split that shit equal, no matter what, like, equal. But it's like everybody's doing something though. It's like one person doing the beginning speech, the other person one other person going first, the other person is going to get the money. You feel me? And then the other person is doing the end of speech. We all contribute, and we all dancing. We all doing different shit for people to like. So it's like we all contribute. So we just put that shit down the middle. Like we motherfuckers don't know math. They go on their calculator. Boop, boop, boop.
Man, okay.
Man, we got this much. Like, you feel me? Most of us just know how to count. Like, know our math. We, you feel me? And then that's it.
Right.
Type shit.
For sure. So, some people that watch this may not even know what turf dancing is. None of that. How could you explain it easily where somebody can understand?
Man, turf dancing is real old school. old school culture. Boogaloo is where the OGs used to be out there really just having the best time hitting it. When every little shit going on, it wouldn't even have to be no function. They just outside playing their music. You see OG really getting this little two-step slide on. That's where it come from, and we just advanced that shit from different things, like adding glide into it, like tut into it, bone break into it. Like we start adding like just different ass ISOs, like the isolation moves, character, storytelling. I specialize in storytelling. That's why a lot of people mess with my shit, cause I can make whatever a person saying on their lyrics, I can make you believe that in your face.
Right.
So
with your body.
Exactly.
Come on.
So
man.
it's like that shit. It's all in the one, and that's how Turpin was. Like that's how Turpin was buried. Like just everybody just taking everything that our OGs and ancestors did, and bringing it to the life and advancing it in our own way. Right. That's where it really came from in my book.
For sure. That's definitely an easy way to explain it. Y'all should understand that for sure. On everything. So, when you doing dance promo, do you have to like the song?
Hell no.
Hell no.
I dance to anything.
You dance to anything?
I dance to anything. I ain't gonna lie.
Really?
I dance to anything. It can be the most craziest shit. Like,
and you gonna dance to it, make a video to it and everything?
I'm mamas. I'm gonna say this. If I don't like it, I'm an honest person. So if you ask for my opinion on the song, because a lot of artists do that, they ask for my opinion. If the shit really just tries to the point that I can't fuck with, which is rarely that happen, I'll be like, bro, I ain't gonna lie, I need something that really, like this ain't like this cool, but this ain't it. Yeah. You feel me? I'm more, I can tell you, but if it's trash, but it got a little spice to it that I could do something, I'll probably take like that one little part that's actually clean and then do something raw to it.
Right.
And then still try to make it up to something. But it's hard. It's hella hard to like. It is hella hard to dance to shit that's like weak as hell. But I don't try to crush nobody's dreams and shit. Like I know how that shit feels. So I don't be trying to do that shit.
But honestly, it's the best policy. That shit's trash. Stop.
That shit be trash though. I be trying to hear my twos refused with it just so they can feel like, oh yeah, say like he going crazy. I want to always keep my supporters like, like fucking with me.
Right.
Regardless. For
sure. So how did you start even feeling like you could do the dance promo? Because some people, they won't pay everybody. They won't pay everybody. Like, when you were like, okay, I'm this good. People like me. People rocking with me. I can start charging for this.
Okay. This is hella funny. Okay, so I used to do videos for like, I ain't gonna lie, starting my like trying to do this shit like because I used to be the one that prop my phone up and do dancing to so many songs that I like starting off, and then it'd be some people that I know for a fact that they like the dancing shit, and then I just do that shit.
Right. Just
off the love. I was doing a lot of videos off the love for a minute, and then once it got to that point where I started seeing other people seeing my regular videos and started like, oh, we want him for this, like we want him for that. Then that's when I was like, yeah, I think I need to start charging because the first time it happened is my first big mainstream video. I was on Tiger's Tiger had a video called Floss in the Bank, and he needed 3 dreads. Like at the time I had dreadlocks, so he needed 3 dreads at the time. So I was like, fuck it. Like my partner threw the alley. I just went out to LA and then got on. And when we got paid, like I seen how much we got paid, and I was just like, yeah, bro, like. I for sure need to make some more of this money. Right. So I just started putting my head together like, okay, let me up the echelon. Like, let me see how it goes for me to try to actually put myself out there like I'm charging for this.
Right.
Like, so I started doing like little shit like $40. Like charging $40 if a nigga like my shit. Be like, oh yeah, you feel me? If he like my shit and he comment like, oh, this you going crazy.
Right.
Tap in with him if you're an artist. Like, oh yeah, you feel me? You like that? You feel me? I'll do like video for you for like $40. You feel me? Just send it up, I do like a little 30-second video. You feel me? I got you. And I just started doing shit like that for a second. Shit used to get, shit was cool when it was like $30 though. It was like $20, $30. It wasn't tripping.
Right, yeah, that's a little money, yeah.
A little money, like, oh, little bro for that shit. But then the more I started seeing like, I started seeing the progression to me. I wasn't looking at like the numbers on, I started seeing like how I'm aging with my dancing, how I'm going and putting these battles out, and people thinking I'm like seeing me like, oh, this nigga really dancing. Once I started seeing that other people starting to take it a little serious, like a little serious, because I was always serious about it, but a little serious, that's when I was like, okay, I'm finna start fucking with it. Like, I'm finna start charging niggas. Like, all right, let me start charging niggas 100.
Right.
And shit, niggas are not paid. Some niggas will, but when you believe in shit, when you believe in yourself, you don't give a fuck who.
Somebody will pay it though.
You feel me? The word to Nipsey, like Nipsey, nigga had money. That Nipsey had this shit in the trunk. Like, you feel me? If you don't want this shit $100 or $200-$300, however how much his price was, it was high though. This like $100-something, nigga. If you don't want this shit, it's out the trunk, nigga. Fuck you then.
Right.
But a lot of people came and paid that shit. Lil Russell, nigga, he made a whole motherfucking thing, a whole motherfucking album saying for him to pay anything. You can pay as much. Pay what you got. Man, don't if you got a nigga 50 cent, nigga, pay that shit, nigga. That
he
nigga
inspiration right now.
And he made hella money.
Hella
money off just doing that. Come on now, motherfuckers respected his hustle and was paying him way more.
Exactly.
Come on, bro. Like it's just what you believe in. Like I believed in it hella much, and then the more I start seeing that my videos start going up, never start going up and up. That's when I'm like, all right, I'm finna charge more. I'm finna. Cause now I'm working with this person, now I'm working with that person. I'm on this video, I'm on that video, I'm on this, I'm on that. So I might as well just hit him where it hurt. Yeah. Like you feel me? Yeah. Like you see what this is going on, you gotta tap in with it.
Right, for sure. We gotta talk about the actual videos that you record, working with Serial Boys, right? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So how'd you start working with them? Cause I feel like some people do, you know, the videos of them dancing like on TikTok or whatever, but it don't be no effects, no nothing. It don't be no. It just kind of be regular.
It's
but
like
Serial Boys be going crazy with your shit. Like I seen the Kai Bands one.
Yeah, that's
crazy. I was like, okay, that's how I got you.
I ain't gonna lie. So we been the story about Serial Boys. This is crazy. So Serial Boys I was rocking with like a few of my teammates now. Back like a couple years back when they called on to Serial Boy, that's they nigga, like they called on. And then when he was nothing, when he was like completely nothing, like completely just rising up, they was fucking with him. Like they was like, oh yeah, you gonna get raw. Like this is how we gonna do shit. So they working with him to get better. So when I was doing my own thing, like I was early on fucking with like other cameramans, like one cameraman Parallel Features, GFX, it's a couple cameramans like Raw Dance Visuals and shit like that. So I was rocking with them doing this shit, and then I gradually went with them to like get my grind and rise up. And then with how this shit work with Serial Boys is he knew me, but it was like I fuck with them. You not like these is the niggas I fuck with. You doing your own thing. Like we didn't connect like fully yet. But he started seeing other people. Like he started going around other little shit like cookies and different shit like that, and like different around other influencers, comedians and shit, rappers shit. And he had asked about turf. He like, hey, like what they had, like what you do? You got a camera? What you do? Oh yeah, you feel me? I be shooting dancers. You know, I need dancers. You feel me? And he'd think they'd say like niggas like Phil or the Turf Fiends or shit like that, they automatically, oh yeah, you know that nigga Saucy, like you feel me, you know, bruh, like you feel me, you know that nigga Saucy, whatever his name is, that black nigga, that nigga going crazy, bro. Whoop. He like, damn, this nigga Ausee, bro, like you feel me, and it's catching him off guard, like, and then he'll look at my shit, be like, this nigga is grinding hella hard. Yeah. So automatically, like once I got the lock in on my team, because I'm on this team called Them. Them stands for They Hate Every Move. So you want to follow our dance team, you want to book us, it's the real Them _ on Instagram. The real Them. You feel me? If you want to book the whole team. But I joined the team. He really specialized through them. Like he do all the videos for them, and then a couple other people that he working with. But once I got on the team, he like, let's lock in. Yeah. So we locked in. We did the first video we did was we did the cookies collab because the cookies asked for me. They wanted me to do like a merch collab, so I did that. And then we did an EBK. We did an EBK back door video to Angry Advocates, and that shit went completely up. So he like, oh yeah, we got, you feel me? I got the same shit that I'm doing with Young Phil with you. Like it's like that. Right. So once that happened, he was like, we was like, well fuck it, me and Phil and him was like, all right, we finna just do this quick little like dance little video you feel me thing where we going to rappers in the Bay Area. So we start going to like Capolo, we did Capolo, we did GB, we did G-Pop, He did Bay Area Fools. We did Project Papa.
You did Chike too, right?
We did Chike. We did a couple. We did hella niggas. We still trying to do a lot of more niggas. We just everybody be busy and shit. Like Sue, bruh. I know you be doing your shit, bruh, but come on, bruh. Like, I'm trying to do something for the rich, bruh. If you don't come down here and fuck with me, bruh, I've been trying to get you to come through, bruh. You know I'm Sue, bruh. Stop playing with me. But look, so we've been doing a lot. But then, see, I had, Phil had already did, I wasn't around when Phil did the Project Papa joint. So I wanted to really do that, but I couldn't make it. So we was supposed to get some shit with Kai Bands, but then this had hit me and was like, hey, Kai really want you to come to his listening party. I'm like, fuck it. If you want me to come to the listening party, I call Sayo, but like, man, let's go over there. Fuck it. And then from there, I just orchestrated the whole shit. I'm like, all right, this how I planned out. Like, this how we gonna do it. For me, now that I got all these people, I got Philly, I got Bulu, I got all that. We finna use all y'all. This shit finna go up. Yeah. One take, instantly went up. I was already automatic. I already knew what I wanted to do. So. From there, I seen the edits from the first video. I always seen this edits, but I seen the edits from the first video. I was like, oh yeah, this nigga different. Like, that nigga completely different. Right? It's no way none of these, like, nobody ain't using him like outside of the dance and shit. That's crazy. His edits is amazing. Like, bro, when I seen the first video, I was like, oh yeah, we got a problem. We got a problem. This is pure work of art.
For sure. Yeah, no, that's dope as fuck. How y'all came together and really created something like that could really go for real.
Now we got this one that's coming out. We finna do, man. I don't even know what I want to say it.
Hey, man, you ain't got to. Stay tuned for it,
just
tell me off camera.
Just look. Y'all see all this going on in the Bay right now? Just keep that in mind. That's all you gotta keep in mind. Like, it's just wet outside. I'm gonna just say that. You feel me? But we got some. Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna let you know after.
Yeah, let me know. Like, yeah, I'm excited about it for sure. So, let's talk about the family function, Bay to LA. Ooh. How they connect you, man? They be going crazy. I be seeing they ass in LA doing their thing.
Shout out to Stormy, Wasami Kwan, and Keely and them. Yeah. They how that came about, man, I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna tell you the truth. It was all when I first seen like the family function shit, like I had seen it because they did one when it was like some shit like this, you feel me? They was kicking it, you feel me, at the park, you feel me, with the little tables and shit. They was having like a little regular like barbecue, you feel me? So when they start dancing and shit, like the vibe caught my attention. I'm like, oh, this is going crazy. This like probably like happened like 2 years ago. I'm like, this shit go crazy. Yeah. And then what really caught my eye, it was this little bruh. He came out there really hitting it, like he walking everything, everything on point. I'm like, this little nigga going crazy. Yeah. I'm like, oh shit, who is this? That's when I followed Storm instantly. I'm like, bruh, who is this? I already know who Wasami Kwan was, but I started following Storm because I remember Storm from back in the day because she was coming to the Bay back in the day with like, we had some shit like Level Inc. and we had like hella dancing. This is shit where Capello was dancing too. He was jerking and shit. Like we was back in the day in the East had hella people coming out. Wade 08, Kellyon Fox, like the nigga Armani, they call is June, the nigga that do the June Bunch. We was all in the Bay doing shit like back in the day. Smop Life Tay, we was all doing that shit. Stormy, we always used to go to LA and back just to go fuck with the like Tommy the Clown and all the niggas and the Crumpers and Clowns and shit. And Storm was out there, you feel me? So I remember her from that time. Right. So when she was like, I guess like she been doing it for a minute, so I just been watching like them gradually do their shit. And then I ain't gonna lie, I manifest that shit like after like seeing like her do 2 more. I had manifest. I was like, for some reason, I feel like I'm gonna get on one of them motherfuckers. So I don't know. It's just magically like a year later, she like, yeah, we coming to the Bay. Yeah. So tag your dancers, bruh. I ain't never seen so much Bay motherfucking love on one. Bruh, shout out to my supporters, bruh. Shout out to people that fuck with me, because I ain't gonna lie, I came through for that one. I didn't even expect y'all to do all of that. I just thought like a couple motherfuckers were gonna tag me. Right. Like, you feel me? I started getting tagged before I made a post. Like, as soon as she said something, my name everywhere. Like, it was to the point, like, it made, I ain't gonna lie, it made other dancers intimidated. Yeah. Then I had my teammates was like, damn, bro. We already had shit lined up because my brother Phil, he already was slowly tapped in with Storm, like all the way through. I was good because I was on the team already, so I ain't really had to do shit. But the fact that I did say something, he was like, damn, that was a good ass marketing little scheme then, because it really showed how many people that fuck with you. Cause when I went on that motherfucker, all I seen was your name hella times, like hella times, and I'm just sitting there like, when I went back and looked, I was like, oh goddamn. And she DM'd me, got my number, and she was like, I ain't gonna lie, they going crazy for you, like they really going crazy for you. You for sure, like one of the #1 picks that we need. Like we need you there, bro. Your supporters really love you, bro. That's why I fuck with y'all. I love y'all niggas. Like, thank you for fucking with me. You feel me? But the video was lit. You feel me? Like we did our thing. And most of us, you feel me? Most of us were kind of, you feel me? But we did our shit. We supported. We really represented the Bay. Like we represent the Bay to the highest fullest. Like I ain't never seen Bay and LA unity like that, and at least dancing. Right. We always in competition for something. Yeah, Bay so LA all the time. Yeah. Always. So that was a great experience. Like I'm glad I was a part of that because I manifest that. Cool. My next manifest is halftime show in the NFL. You feel me? Super Bowl or something, or you feel me? I'm going for America's Got Talent or something like. So I'm going for a lot of that shit. So I'm trying to get my little foot in the door. Like.
For sure. Hey, manifestation is real. If you manifest that shit really come. You put that work towards it, man, that shit'll come. I'm telling you, man.
Slowly but surely.
Slowly but surely, y'all better know that manifesting is real.
For real.
So, getting ready for battles. You say you story tell. So how do you decide what songs, how you gonna dance, the creative side?
I go off of most of my videos. Most of my battles, I do like my videos in fake way. I just freestyle a lot. Like I've been dancing for a long ass time. I just freestyle so much that if it's a song that I know and they playing the song that I know, or I get to pick the song, oh yeah. Like if I'm going to automatically pick a song that I know. It just that I'm listening to everything, so I can go from the new school what's going on now to back in the 2000s. 2010s all the way down to the 90s. Like I can do all that shit, and if I know the song, it's bad for you. Like I just go off of my mind. Like I know what I want to do because all the moves that I know how to do, I've been doing it for so long, so it's easy for me to get into did that shit and new shit. But when I'm doing it, preparing myself for the battle, I just look at the nigga who I'm battling. I just peep like his style, what he do, what he lacking, what that I can do that he can't, and then just stay in my lane because everybody gonna love me for what I do. Thanks. So I don't have to comply to whatever that person doing. If I stay doing what I'm doing, everybody gonna fuck with it regardless, and it just might beat you. Right. So I just go off of what I do, and then people fuck with it. People love that I stay in my lane. Right. And then I'm a charismatic person, so every time I dance, I make shit funny. I'm a funny ass individual. I make shit entertaining. Like I'm not just a nigga that's technically there, like being hella technical. Right. I'll be technical with you. I'll do some raw ass shit that you be like, damn, this nigga going, that shit hella clean. Yeah. But then I'll jump back and do some funny ass shit to make you laugh. Like, oh, this shit is really entertaining. I'm really enjoying what the fuck I'm watching. Like I'm not like that. That's how I kind of operate. Like if I know the song, that's where all my creativity come from. Like knowing the song, knowing the beat pattern, that's all where my creativity comes from. Right. Now, as far as getting the rage of battling, I'm in rage of battling every time I step on the floor. It's like I start off cool, and then I be like having fun, but then like in emotion, I just for some reason I get in a locked in mode where I just like, nah, I'm ready to get on your ass now. Yeah. Like so. I don't know. I just be locking in, and then every time I lock in like that, it just turn crazy. So that's that real like rage energy. Right. Now, that's dope as hell for sure.
So we gotta talk about this Sonic backpack. That man got the goddamn. The only thing I seen you didn't have was the Tails one. Yeah. What is that for you? Is that just like your fashion or what?
I'm gonna be really honest with it. It's we have I got a group of friends, and this like my friends that we all do. Like it's like the dancing turf scene and all that, and then it's like my TikTok family friends. Like we got like our little side friends. So it's my partner JB, my partner Dollar, Cam, Juju, like Damani, Dale. It's hell of us. Like we all be on TikTok making like dances, doing hella shit. So we all just was like we all just been like into like the little fashion shit, like into like just throwing random shit together because nobody ain't gonna do it. Right. So one day JB, like you feel me, had like a backpack. It was a backpack at first. And then something clicked to him at the same time, nigga, kicking it, like, clicked to him, like, man, nigga, I'm finna cut this and make this shit look like this.
Yeah.
So I'm like, nigga, that's brilliant. Like, you feel me? That's smart. And then he'd do it, but then, like, he wasn't like, tripping off, like, having it on all the time. Then that's where it came me, like, he'd have like one character, but I had stepped into a lane to new characters. I'm like, okay, I'm finna do this like this, put it with this outfit, do this like this, put this outfit. But he in LA, so it's like nobody wasn't doing it over here.
Right.
We was the only ones that was really doing it. Like me, JB, and Dollar, and we was the only ones really doing it.
Right.
Now, when I started doing it, that's what it was a great just a marketing scheme because. A lot of people know, my people will look at me and see me dancing and be like, I think that's one bro. But then when they see that bag, they be like, oh, that is that nigga. Yeah. Like, you feel me? That's how it was. That's how I started like kind of marketing myself. But the more I was getting them, the more I started getting addicted. Like, I was on some shit like, okay, I got Sonic, I got this Sonic, I got this Shadow, I got this. All right, let me go to Stitch. Let me get Stitch and shit. Let me go to Adventure Time. Let me get this. Let me go this and this and this and this and this. And I just started acting crazy with it. So I kind of took a break with it for a second. But I ain't gonna lie, I got some hella new shit that I was gonna come out with.
Right.
But I started having hella people like support this shit. Like I'm starting like I got like a real like little shit where everybody like starting to wear that shit now. Yeah. So I'll be just doing that shit for them. Like I'll be just rocking it just to let them know like I'm still in like you know.
So people know it's you. I feel like for sure. Like
it started like that though, but we just took it and ran with it. You know?
Yeah, I was wondering. I'm like, why the hell he be wearing this Sonic shit?
Yeah.
Okay, I see. Okay,
that shit cool.
So we gotta talk about Stunner Man. Stunner Man be fucking with you.
Oh man,
he brought you out to Summer Jam. I think you at Hiro Day with him too.
Yeah, I was at Hiro Day. I was at Hiro Day with him, Fab. I was moving around.
Yeah.
But we did the Carnival, SF Carnival. We did hella schools with each other. I was on a little school tour with him like a year and a half ago too. I did that shit with him. I've been fucking with Stunner Man. Well, yeah. When I met him, it was like I met him off of his name, off of Jordan. I ain't really, you feel me, to get tuned in to him being a Stunner Man. The first Stunner Man I ever heard about is the Stunner Man from the Wolfpack.
Yeah.
So I ain't never really, you feel me. But
he doing shit now too with the art. You seen that?
Going crazy.
Yeah.
That shit is wild.
Going crazy.
But see, me, how it worked out, how the shit came about with me and Stunner Man is, I got a friend named Fabe. Now Fabe is from San Francisco, but he live in Richmond. So we always used to connect. Like you feel me? But he did music. He was on that little SoundCloud wave type music. He clean as fuck though. Right. But he always was connected with like motherfuckers in the city that make music. So here comes Stunner Man. Like I'm being cool with them, got me locked in with him, and then locked in with a couple other niggas like, and shit. From there, I remember one day I was making a video on Bart, but it was to Wolfpack Make It Booty Bounce Baba.
Yeah.
I was going crazy out that shit. I tagged the wrong Stunner Man. Stupid. It's him. He DM me like, bro, that ain't the right Stunner Man, bro. He's like, but the video go crazy, bro. You gotta tap in with me. And then from there, it was just love. Like I was going to like different shows that he was at, and we was just locking in like every time. And he the most humblest, positive nigga you will ever meet. I promise you.
Yeah, I met the nigga like twice. Cool as hell.
Cool as fuck. So like humble. He will make you feel like you Stunner Man. Like you like, nigga, do you know who you is? Like nigga, no, do you know who you is? Like I will be out with him, and this nigga be like. Motherfuckers that come up to him, be like, oh, you Stunner Man too? Let me get a picture. He's like, oh yeah, I'm Stunner Man. But do you know Aussee though? Like this, he is dancing king right now. He going crazy. Like he'll make everybody think that, damn, he's very important.
Right.
But can I get your Instagram? Like, you know what I mean? Like that's how Stunner Man is. Like, and from there we was just locked in. Like everything that he was doing, everything that he doing that involves dancing. That he started locking in, he started hitting me first, like because we already was mutual.
Right.
So when Big Stepper came out, he was begging me to do a video. He was like, bro, he was like, I need you to do a video, bro. I swear to God, it's gonna go crazy. I'm like, man, I got you. But I ain't gonna lie, I was stalling him out for like a week or two. Like I ain't gonna lie, I was stalling him out. Like he had just dropped it, I was stalling him out. And then finally I did the shit. It that shit went up on Instagram. That shit is like right now on YouTube. That right now on my page on my YouTube channel right now it's at what 61K. Like hella people love that video.
Right.
So when I posted it, he was like, "Oh shit, this really up." Like it's going crazy.
Right.
So from there, he was just locked in. Him and Gunna and them and his management, they've been locked in with me since.
Hell yeah.
I've been doing hella little shit with them all that time gap until Summer Jam. When they finally got that stamp, they called me instantly.
Right.
They was like, "Yeah, we need
you
you."
on stage, yeah.
And then that's how it went. And then from there, it's been up. But Summer Jam was amazing. Like that was like my first time ever. I used to want to be there just to be in the crowd.
Right.
Like, I ain't never the first Summer Jam that I ever been to was the one with HBK was on stage. They was going crazy. They first one, like I always wanted to be there. Like I'm like, man, I'm trying to whoop. But I ain't think my first time, like my first time being like grown will go. I will be on stage.
Right.
So that was crazy to me. Like and I felt like niggas didn't wait on shit like that as a group. I did that shit by myself. Like I ain't had nothing. I ain't had nobody. I was on that stage by myself. I did that shit by myself completely, and I feel like that was one of the greatest milestones for me in the Bay Area for sure. So shout out Stunner Man, cause that was a real big up for you. Like, big up.
That's big for sure. Hey man, Stunner Man, come fuck with us, man. Cause
for
working
real.
with VANSNWEED, bro.
Man, we got to get that rolling, man.
Come on,
for
man.
real. We gonna have to lock
I'm
that
telling
one in.